Hello, boys and girls of YouTube. Well, as you know, maybe you don't, Drag Week 2020 was canceled. It's canceled about roughly 2 weeks ago. So, at this point, you say to yourself, what do you do? Well, guess you start getting ready for Drag Week 2021. So, here we are. Now, I should have taped some of what I've been doing. As you know, or maybe you don't know. If you don't know, go back and check out a couple of my videos. For 2020 Drag Week, I was trying to get this car ready. Had it started, but two things. Had a big vacuum leak, so the RPMs were way high. And it had an oil leak from the back. I definitely believe the oil leak is from the China rail. So I've taken everything apart. That's where you see the motor right now. Getting ready to pull the manifold and hopefully seal that up. Obviously, on a small block Chevy, there's a section for the oil, so you can, for the pressure, oil pressure, the fitting up top. I'm gonna check that, make sure that's leaking, not leaking. I'm pretty sure it's not, but long story, got to pull the manifold and put everything back together. Now, again, if some of you have seen some of my older videos, this motor is a small block. It's a dart block. It's bored and stroked to be 427 cubic inch. It's got a blower shop, little mini blower on top, and it's fuel injected. So I took all that off, and excuse the mess, but we're going to pan over and I'll show you all that stuff. So there's the blower. There's the setup for the fuel injection. And oh yeah, well, since I have a picture of the gaskets, I think some of my vacuum leak might be coming from the gasket. When I had a different blower on this, the spacing from the manifold to the head was, let's say, a little bit further than it should have been. I had to use thicker gaskets. And when I put this blower on it, the manifold that's provided seemed to fit better. Again, it might have just seemed like it fit better. So these are actually thicker gaskets, and what I actually did is I sprayed them with a little copper on it just to help seal it around the ports. So that's why it looks a little funky. I don't know if it's going to help or doesn't help, but at the end of the day, I'm trying to track a vacuum leak, so I assumed it was from one of those spots. And then the other spot I actually did find, pull this off here, was on the throttle body. The back was cracked. Maybe not that, maybe like that, maybe a little bit more, a little less. There's a on the side, you're not gonna be able to see it, but I'm gonna try to get over there anyway. Yeah, you can. There, I can't get my hand back there to show you a good picture of it, but let's see. Nope. Maybe. Well, back here, I can't even see what I'm doing. Back here, this spot was actually hitting the gasket a little bit and causing the butterflies to be open a little bit. I didn't notice it until I started taking everything apart, and it was definitely cracked a little bit. Now they definitely seal a lot better. Now, throttle body is a eBay special China body, China valve body, and I definitely should have splurged. Again, the couple things I can't see is wasting money on something that should not be as expensive as it is. If I had a business machine shop, I would make a ton of these things cheaper. There's got to be a way to make them cheaper. Even this thing was $350, $320, I forget. You know, you go with a name brand, I mean, you're spending $700, almost like $1,000. They're more than a carburetor. And yeah, don't get me wrong, they're machined, and I'm on the tangent. But at the end of the day, I can't believe they are that much money. Well, somebody's got to make some money. So anyway, getting back to where I'm at. So, what do you do when Drag Week 2020 is canceled? Well, you start getting ready for Drag Week 2021, and that's where I'm at. So, I've got a year and 6 weeks, roughly. If I can't get this thing up and running between now and then, I'm the worst. Now, again, I have a job that does take a lot of my time, and this is definitely not number one priority in my life, but it's definitely number one priority on my bucket list. So that's why I keep trying to do this every year. At one point in time, I will achieve my goal for Drag Week. And I'll be a happy camper, and maybe I'll stop then. The wife doesn't think so, but I might. Anyway, that's where I'm at. So that's the update. Thanks.